Welcome back to Let's Play Kanon Standard Edition for the PC. In the last episode, what did we do again? We walked home with Makoto. Well, we didn't exactly walk home with her, because we're still in the shop somehow. And there's a cat on your head. She asks, peeking into the bag. Of course! Will you plan to eat all three? I snatch one before she has a chance to reply in the affirmative. And give him some too. You know, the little guy on your head. Poke, poke, poke. Does he even have any eyes? I've never seen him open his eyes before. Ever. What do you mean, eh? You've still got two. You can spare a little. Try it. Unconvinced but obedient, she slowly raises her handful of Nukeman to her head. As she waves it around in front of where she believes the cat to be, chomp. He pounces in, sing his little bangs, and cat and Nukeman hit the ground rolling. You really wanted, like, to have part of one that's obviously been eaten by a cat half? But pointless. Be disgusting, man. She stoops over him, scrabbling at the ground in her desperation to recover the lost food. Well, it actually has the sound effects. I'm not sure if it's actually picking up or not, though. The aforementioned food is in no state to be recovered and disappears rapidly down the gullet of the cat. Makoto screams with rage. The object of her wrath adapts an expression of dignified incomprehension, or whatever that was. So I don't know. We'll record this just like 2 hours or so after I woke up. Incredible, she can make a cat look mature. Hey now, Makoto. I grab her by the scruff of the neck and pull her up, halting the angry yells before she embarrasses herself any further. Leave the poor thing alone. Look, I'll give you half of mine instead. What do you think? I should give you the whole thing and starve? And immediately she's sticking out a hand expectantly. Rather a self-congratulatory girl. Whatever. If she thinks you're treating her like a kid, she spits fire. If you want to handle her, however, you have to treat her like one. At least this time I've got away with it and calmed her down. Hey look, another one of these. We pause for breath on a footbridge and look down at the traffic beneath. I can hardly believe my ears. You can't say that. The poor thing's practically in love with you, and that's how you reward him. It's kind of like what a lot of people do with relationships these days. And they'd be like, but that person is totally in love with you. I don't care. I don't want to be committed to these people. Fuck off. Which is exactly how they react these days, isn't it? What's true? You know, those kind of owners of animals usually, you know, get in a lot of trouble from the police and stuff. I think. Or is it a different... No, screw it. I can't think straight right now. I realize we live in a disposable society, but I don't think I'd take it that far. Really, it'd be better to take him home with us. If he has somewhere else to live, he'll just go back there anyway, and if he doesn't, we can keep him. I'm sure Kiko-san wouldn't mind. Well, I guess in some cases it may be cruel, like, for example, zoos, I mean, they're wild animals and all. But with pets, I'm not sure. I can't really imagine cats and dogs living in the wild, like, you know, the ones that were made for being pets. I don't know. I mean, you see stray cats, but have you ever seen, like, a cat like this in the wild? I don't think so. It'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? You're the wild one. Besides, he isn't a wild animal. Exactly my point. That he's been cared for by people is clear from the way he's instantly become attached to Makoto. You can't just leave him, it's too dangerous. Don't you think you should be taking care of him, not threatening him? She looks at me out of the corner of her eye. And suddenly her hands are empty. What the? I move too slowly. The cat plummets into the back of a passing truck. Okay, here it comes, viewers. Here it comes. Wait, I know I'm supposed to take this seriously, but you can't take it seriously after this. That, believe it or not, viewers, was not me. That was the game. That was the cat voice. The worst cat voice I have ever heard in a video game. Well, the only cat voice I've heard in a video game, but that's besides the point. That was just unbelievably bad. And it and its plaintive mew, or should I say, are snatched away in an instant. He's gone. What the hell do you think you're doing? I abandon self-control and grab her by the throat. Did you think that was a good way to send him back to his owner? For all you know, you just sent him straight to the dump. Oh, yeah, right, idiot! Don't you think that's even a little irresponsible? How can you stand there looking so smug after doing something like that? You're not very smart, are you, Makoto? Yeah, maybe so, but you don't throw a cat off a bridge. I mean, that's just cruel, man. Over nothing? You just threw a bloody cat off a bridge. You. I'm already raising one arm. Idiot! But I don't hit her. I let a shout serve to convey my wrath and scorn. I dare not lower my arm for fear of doing her a real injury. Crying isn't going to bring it back. Oh, what's that? She barges past me, knocking me to one side, and runs on, leaving me suddenly feeling very tired. Makoto! But as I look after her from my sitting position, her figure has already shrunk with distance. It's not until I reach home that I remember that my expedition had any purpose. By now, it's already getting dark. It's far too late to go shopping. As I enter the living room, Kiko appears in the kitchen door. Well, see you next time, viewers, as we appear to have run out of time for this recording because Camp Studio sucks. See you next time, viewers.